Next segment here, we're going to be doing our top 10 center backs in the world. I think if you were to pick a position out of all of them, this is probably the hardest one to get consensus on. Wouldn't you guys agree?
I would say so. Like once you get past like maybe
the top three or four.
Yeah.
Whereas I think midfielders and strikers probably you can go like 5 or 6 deep, and then I think everyone would probably have the same players mixed into it. And then goalies, goalies don't really count, do they?
There's also like really only
like three good ones. If we went 10, we'd have to be picking some crazy goalies.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to kick us off here? Also, do we want to do consensus or everyone? I think everyone does their own list, and then maybe at the end we do a consensus on the top 5. Do you guys like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Clay, you want to start?
All right, Clay, you start us off. You always have the worst list, so let's go.
Yeah.
No, I was at the best list.
Yeah. Did you put Pepe in there?
Pepe.
Yeah.
We're doing current, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
We
So
put Cannavaro. No.
I put Van Dijk number 1.
Okay.
And then crazy, I put Gabriel over Saliba.
Really?
That's a
Yeah.
heinous take.
I think Gabriel
I
is
don't-
honestly,
I don't really mind that.
I don't.
To be honest,
I don't mind it, but I think the biggest difference between the two is if you have Saliba by himself on a separate team versus Gabriel on a separate team by himself, Saliba
that-
brings you way more than Gabriel does.
I guess that's kind of a fair point.
Like he's way better on the ball. He's more of a commanding like center back.
I don't know. Gabriel is pretty
like,
commanding
composure-wise,
though.
though.
Like he wins everything.
Yeah, he's better in there, but composure-wise, I think Saliba, it's like
More of a leader. You
Yeah.
mean? Okay. Yeah. I mean,
more of
I'll
a
give you
leader.
that.
He's better defensively.
Wait,
like, he
really? I
is.
think Gabriel's more of a leader.
I don't think so.
Like Saliba's like really quiet.
That's true, I guess.
Saliba's
yeah.
more, but Saliba's more like Van Dijk in that sense. Like Van Dijk's not fucking yelling at
No,
every
he
player.
is. Van Dijk is so vocal. Van Dijk is like. I feel like Van Dijk and Saliba are very similar.
Language barrier.
That's true.
That's true.
All right, who do you have? So you have Saliba 3.
Yeah, and then I have 4 as Bastoni.
Okay, I don't mind that. Who do you have 5?
Marquinhos.
Interesting.
Interesting. Do you have Marquinhos on your list?
No, I
don't
don't.
either.
I don't
At
I don't
all.
Think, I
At
don't
all.
think it's. I mean, I
don't think it's a
bad
crazy
result.
take.
I
think there's a center back on that team that's better than him. I think Pacho's better
Pacho's
than him.
very good. I don't even have him on my list, but
I have Pacho as well, but they also have another center back. I
what's
can't
his
say
name?
his name.
The guy from Bournemouth.
Yeah, Ukraine.
But he
Saab.
he hasn't really played much quite yet. Like they signed him, I think.
He was pretty good against Barca.
No, he was, but like what I mean is, I think he'll be Marquinhos' long-term replacement. Like I don't think he's a guaranteed starting 11 in that team every week.
Fair enough.
But he is very good though. He was very good for Bournemouth. He's 19, right? I think so. Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, he's pretty young. But yeah, I
Crazy
mean, I
Bournemouth
still.
had both Huijsen and him. That's insane.
Yeah.
they lost both of them.
And then,
I mean, as you
obviously.
expect.
All right, who do you have? Wait, what were you gonna say about Marquinhos there?
I still think he's top. Yeah, like a top 5 center back.
I think he's a good center back. I think he's on the edge of top 10. But I think genuinely,
I'm surprised
I think
you guys don't
Pacho's
even
better
have
than
him in there.
Well, I think
I also
Pacho's
like
better.
just looking at, like kind of like just maybe also looking at the list of players you'd want to like get. I would never. No one's gonna go out and buy. Marquinhos
Well, yeah,
this
because
time.
he's older
Right.
too.
Yeah, at this point, okay, fair enough. After that, I have Dean Huijsen.
Okay, I think
That's
that's pretty
at
fair.
6.
That's at 6.
6,
Wow,
yeah.
That's high.
I think it's a little high.
And then I have
Two red cards already in like 10 games.
I will
mean-
say though, if you're starting, again, I know obviously Real Madrid have had like center back injuries, but he starts every game. He also starts for the Spanish team and
He's very good. I mean, I have him in my list, just not
I
that high.
do as well. Yeah.
I have Van de Ven at 7.
Okay. I
I like
that.
that. Yeah.
I think if he didn't play for Tottenham, which honestly I think Tottenham are kind of viewed as like a bit of a joke of a club. Honestly,
He'd be way
Yeah.
he would be
Like
much
if you
higher.
had him on like let's say a Liverpool, a Barca, a Madrid, a City, or something like that, like he would probably be. Well, I have him pretty high on my
The
list.
one also, I think the fact that because he doesn't, I think his place in the Dutch side's a little bit in question. Not that he'll start, but just where. And
But I
kind
think
of-
that's more just from
I
seniority.
know. But what I'm saying though is like that's one reason why I have him lower on my list than I would.
Yeah.
Because I think like talent wise, he's amazing.
Like the thing is, he will start for that.
He will
Dutch
start.
team,
I just think
He's gonna play
He
left
hasn't
back, I
really
think.
proven yet on the national phase. I think
Well, I think this is
Fair
the enough. first
time.
real like time that he's getting called up every time. Even in the Euros, he wasn't really
Yeah.
like playing. So, you know. All right, who do you have 9?
9.
Sorry, 8.
8. I have Pacho.
So you have both of the
Yeah.
PSG?
And then I have 9 Diaz still.
Oh, you have Diaz?
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
still
fair.
think he's really good. And then I don't know, are we gonna count this one? I have Gavardiol. Does that
I have
Yeah,
him on
yeah,
my
I have
list.
him on my
He's
list.
a center back now.
I think
Okay.
that counts, yeah.
Okay. So that's my top 10.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, not that crazy.
No, I'm the only one that I thought was kind of not crazy, but was Marquinhos.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's. I mean, he's very good still. Don't get me wrong, but is he a top 10 center back in the world? Like, if I were to pick, like you were saying, a team on center backs, I don't think he'd be my first shout. I think what he does bring is obviously a lot of the leadership and composure to that team. I think he's a little bit of a result of having the 2 best outside backs in the world.
Fair.
Yeah, I just think he's just on the aging side. I don't think it's anything.
All right, Kyle, I'll let you go second.
Okay. I have Virgil 1,
Yeah.
Saliba at 2,
Okay.
and then Gabriel rounds out my top 3. I think Saliba's just a little bit more composed than Gabriel. Like, I will say I like the way Gabriel defends because he is a lot more aggressive. Which
sure,
I think he's
yeah.
even more aggressive than someone like Virgil, which I like. The only
But
thing is he does make some
Mistakes
mistakes
that come
every
from
once in a
doing-
while.
Yeah.
That will lead on to some of his goals. Like
Yeah.
he's done it in the past. I will say,
Like, he jumps the line quite a bit, which, again, I think goes back to having Saliba as a partner, which kind of helps him a lot. Because they really do
work really well.
work
Yeah.
very,
I
like,
will-
they're probably the best center back pairing
Oh, they
in the world.
definitely are. I will say, I don't think either of them would be as good if they didn't play next to each other. Honestly,
Yeah, I agree.
Either way, but I
I
just
think
think
Saliba
Saliba's
would be
a little bit better.
Better, but I agree with that.
4, I have Bastoni. Again, I think he's also another one that if he didn't play for Inter,
Or if people just watch them play
right.
more.
Also, though, I will say the fact that he plays for Inter in a 3-back, I think he also gets a little bit more cover than some of these other
Yeah,
center backs.
that's fair.
But he's still very, very
I
good.
think, yeah, he's just an insane defender.
He is, and he's also really good on the ball.
He is.
Really
Yeah. I mean, if he wasn't on that Inter team, they do not make that run remotely close.
I guess I have Gavardiol at 5.
Oh,
Wow.
I think he actually really is that good. I think also out of some of this list, I think he's also asked to defend
A lot
the most
more, yeah.
because of
That's
the way that
true.
City play. The one thing I will say is that this is the first season he's really played center back. For
that's
City.
why. Yeah.
So I guess my skews also I'm mixing in a little bit how he's played
Well,
at left back.
that's why I have him so high.
Yeah, I just think he really is that good, and again, he has to defend in a 2-back.
He's still so young too.
Yeah, he's ridiculous young and insane on the ball.
Yeah.
Insane. He honestly, out of this list, might be the best player on the ball. None of these other people can play left back, for example, and he scores goals. He's ridiculous on the ball.
I think Van de Ven could, but different
style,
style and different strong strengths. If he was playing left back, he'd be way more bombing down the left.
This might be a crazy one, but I have Diaz at 6. I think Diaz took a step back last year compared to what he was because you could argue he was the best center back in the world for at least
He
one or
was.
2
Yeah,
years.
he was. Yeah.
I think he's taken a little bit step back. This year he's looked really good again. And again, I just think out of some of these other center backs, at least I have on my list, I would just rather have him for experience and things like that. I think he's
That's
a
fair.
very good center back. And again, another one of those players that is asked to defend a lot. I have Romero at 7. I think not only what he does for Tottenham, he's a little bit sporadic sometimes, but also for the national team. He is a consistent leader.
Yeah,
and
no,
starter
he's very good. I was very close to putting him in here, but on my 10th spot, but I have someone else.
Then the reason why I have him over Van de Ven is because of the national team experience. I just think he is that guy for Argentina.
Yeah, but realistically, if you were to pick a center back, who would you
Right.
pick?
Right
Van de
now,
Ven-
I think Van de Ven is better.
I think Van
agree.
de Ven is better. I agree. I just think that as a whole center back, because your center back is your leader of the team. I would choose Romero, but Van de Ven is a better player.
Yeah, I think, and that's also it's evident when Tottenham have Van de Ven gone versus Romero gone. I think they're way worse without Van de Ven.
Also, the way that they played last year under Postecoglou, they defended with 2 as well. So without Van de Ven, they couldn't do anything because he was so rapid that he would.
He would cover everything.
I have Hodgson at 9. I think
Or 8.
I switched him.
Oh, okay.
I just think that he's
Cheating.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's cheating.
I just think, again, he does lack some experience. He's a little bit undersized in a way, physically. I think.
Hoyson?
Yeah, and
he has to fill out a little bit, for sure.
But he's also super young. I mean, he starts every game for Madrid. He starts every game for Spain. You don't slot into those teams without being a really good player.
Yeah.
And then I have Ta at 10. I think
Wow.
he starts every game for Bayern, who have a decent group of center backs. I think he's been very good. He starts most games for Germany as well. So I think he's been really good. Like transitioned pretty well from Leverkusen. Has been playing really well this season. So and again, he's also fairly young for center back. So
I mean, if I made this list a year and a half ago, I probably would have put Ta in there. The only reason I don't have him really in there is, granted, I think we don't watch him play as much, and Bayern are just so good that he's not really asked to defend that much. But granted, for Germany, he obviously
that's
and
true,
he did just
also,
transfer this
he
year.
did, yeah.
True,
So
but also, like,
let's see how he performs a little
Bayern,
bit.
like in the past, past couple of years, have had some issues at the back line. I think he's
Yeah, well, that's because Upamecano is so bad.
Yeah, and he has to play.
But
with
I
it,
think
so.
he's low-key turned it around. I'm not going to obviously
he has,
put him in top 10. But
Yeah.
He has
Well,
been a
who's
lot
even
better
starting
this
for him? Him and Kim has started a lot this year.
Yeah,
they
it's
kind
a
of
mix
rotate.
of all
Taz
three of
started
them,
every
yeah.
single game.
Yeah,
for
it's a
Bayern,
mix
though.
of Kim and Upamecano who start that other game.
I believe, at
Upamecano
least.
sucks.
He's just like also very.
He's good
sporadic.
defensively. He's just bad on the ball.
He is
though.
pretty.
And
bad.
we saw that in the World Cup
But
against
again,
Argentina.
he
Remember,
like-
he was bad on the ball.
Yeah,
in that
I
game.
guess Konate is injured, but he starts like pretty frequently. For
I think
France.
if everyone healthy, I think there's no way France should not be starting Konate. And
I agree. I will say though,
Saliba.
Konate's been pretty bad this season.
He has, but I think he's gone off injured like three
He
times
has.
though. So I think
Yeah.
he's still, and he was injured at the end of the last season. So
probably
I think
still
he's
is, so.
dealing with something, and they're just being extremely cautious with him. And he's gonna go to Madrid next year, and he's gonna be the best. He's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start with my list. Relatively similar. I have a couple of different people at the end of my list. This is personal preference in general, but number one, Van Dijk. I think it's undisputed. He's the best center back in the world.
Yeah.
If you don't think so, that's, to be quite frank, kind of crazy. I have Saliba second.
Same.
I think Saliba is very, very good. I think he offers a lot on the ball, defensively, commands. I think he's very similar to Van Dijk in that sense.
He is.
I just think Van Dijk's better.
Yeah. No, Van Dijk is better. But
And we've seen it time over time when Liverpool can put in any center back pairing with Van Dijk, and they're still good because of Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Like he's filtered through what, like 5 center backs in the last 3 years, basically.
Yeah. No, I mean he's been very. Except for that one season, he's been very.
Number 3, I have Bastoni,
Okay.
just because I think there's something to be said when there's a center back who's the number 1 center back on that team. And I don't think Gabriel is the number 1 on his team, so that's why I have him a little bit lower.
That's fair.
I have Gabriel in
Fair
4th.
enough.
I have Van de Ven in 5th. I think you could say it's high, but I think you had him like 6th, right?
I had him about 6 or 7. I think that's fair.
I think he's very, very good. I think he's just so rapid that he provides, like, you can leave him by himself basically,
He's also
and he'll
massive.
cover. He's big.
so big.
He's
Yeah.
big off corners. He scores. Like, he's a good player. Pause. Number 6, I have Guardiola. So pretty close to you.
Yeah.
I think Guardiola is the best center back on that City team.
No,
And I think at the end of this season, you'll probably argue he'll creep into that top 5 if City obviously perform well, which they're playing pretty well right now. I have Pacho 7. I think Pacho's very, very good, especially if you look at that Champions League run. At the end, the amount of defending he was asked to do,
Yeah.
because Nuno Mendes is always just far and out all the way up top, and obviously Nuno Mendes is extremely rapid too, and he covers a lot of ground, but Pacho was basically defending 2v1 in so many instances. Granted, Nuno Mendes is a very good one-on-one defender too.
He is.
Yeah, he is
But-
very good.
No, Pacho's very good.
Very good.
He is.
I have Huijsen's 8. I think
Fair.
Huijsen's a very good player. It's granted he did it in the Prem too, which
Yeah.
I think gives him a lot of credit, and now he's in Madrid. There's a reason for that. I have number 9. This might be crazy to you guys, but I have Kubarsi at 9. Reason being, and let me explain it. He's obviously a good center back. He's 18. He's literally 18. I think he turns 19 this year. He might have just turned 19. Extremely young. He's good on the ball. He's been playing senior minutes with Barca for 2 years now. Started every single game. I think and I have the number 10. The reason he doesn't start for Spain, I have him in 10th. But I think he provides a lot on the ball, especially. I think he's a very good center back. And he's asked to play with a mix of random center backs all the time, and he still performs relatively well. The one thing that I will knock on him is his height. He's a bit shorter of a center back, but I don't really care. That's fine. You think that's a crazy take or what?
I don't think he should be top 10. He maybe last year he was, or like part of last year, or like half of last year, beginning part. But so like this year and like the end of last year, I didn't think he was very good.
I just don't think it's just hard to give rate a Barca center back that high with the amount of goals they concede. Like I know that's the way they play. It's not necessarily him, but they concede so many goals.
I'm going back to the whole point of when he plays, you have Balde, who is never defending realistically, and then you have Araujo, who has kind of lost it. He's not very good anymore.
Mentally, he can't play
he's physically. Yeah, he can't. He's I don't think his. If you, I will say, Araujo's one of those players that if he went somewhere else, in the Prem or something like that, I think he would do very, very well. He just can't play that high line.
He reminds me of Gabriel when Gabriel was first at Arsenal.
Yeah, like very sporadic.
Very sporadic, super athletic.
Not very smart in his challenges, stuff like that.
Like Gabriel, like is far and beyond now is like way outgrown that. But I think when Gabriel first got there, he was like a little bit.
And Araujo's had a big drop off because if you said 2 years ago he was rated really, really highly, and I knock him a lot because in that Inter Barca game he came on and he was struggling against. Not even Lautaro, against who was it? Their center back that literally held him out. Yeah, Chervi. Like you can't. Yeah. You can't do that. In number 10, I have Lenormand.
I think that's a good shout. I almost put him on my list as well.
Yeah. He's very, very good. He starts for Spain. He was pivotal in that Spanish win for the Euros. I think the reason he, quite frankly, is going to start is because Huijsen is left center back. Barca is better on the right. I know he plays left center back a lot for Barca when Araujo's in, but he was playing right when Inigo Martinez was there. Yeah. But I think Linderman's just older, more experienced, so I think you can't have a 19 and an 18-year-old starting for a national team. Yeah. But I think in a year or two it'll be like in the next 10 years it's going to be like a Ramos Piqué pairing where they just start every game.
I'm curious if Huijsen's even going to start now cuz Laporte wasn't playing. Like he didn't
Laporte's
have a team
playing again. And where's Laporte now? Atletico back?
Bilbao, yeah. Like he's back and he's a left-footed left center back who has a lot of experience. I'm not saying Huijsen won't start. I just think he was starting all those games because Laporte didn't have a team at that point. Like he hadn't signed yet. So I just think it will actually be more interesting than just.
Didn't Laporte start the Euros basically the whole time? It was him and Normand basically every game.
I believe so. Yeah.
And again, I think Atletico Madrid, he's probably one of their best players.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I think he's very good. He's a good defender. He's good on the ball. He's good in there. I think he's a very good player.
He almost stuck into my 10. I would say another one I think we didn't talk about is Schlotterbeck. I think he's also very, very good.
Yeah, Schlotterbeck.
I think he does, again, same thing. He plays for Dortmund, doesn't get enough credit, but I think he's really, really good on the ball. I honestly surprised he doesn't play more often for Germany. I think he's like...
Well, he played a lot like recently, and he wasn't very good for Germany. Like, I remember watching a couple games, and he was not...
He did struggle a bit,
Right? Yeah. But I think that was like a year ago.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But also, I mean, if I don't have Pacho on my list, Pacho would get in there before him for sure.
And mostly I just want to give Lindor one credit. Another player, and this is my shot. This is that's my top 10, but I think Rudiger could be thrown in here. It's just he loses his mind, but defensively he's very, very good.
I think
he's
creeping around,
but as even as a Real fan, he's fallen off.
He has a little bit, but I do think that he fell off mostly at the end of last year because he literally had
ruined his
knee injuries.
When he comes back, I don't think he's going to be the same.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's all the high stepping.
Yeah, if he comes back and looks healthy, he probably would creep into this list. I think him and
the fringes.
I think him and Huijsen are going to start every game.
He was a year,
2 years ago. He was
2 years ago. Yeah, he'd be top 5. He'd be top 5
another
easily.
One that I think that who is starting now is Militao.
I was actually thinking
he again is also coming back from 2 horrible injuries.
Well, I didn't put him in here because to be honest, we haven't seen him really play in 2 years.
No, but he's been playing.
He's been playing this year, but I want more.
I think
more video proof. More tape.
Once he gets back on his, because he at one point also he was one of the best center backs in the world when he was before he injured himself.
For sure. That's true. So we'll see. I mean, there's our top 10. Let us know what you guys think. If there's any crazy shouts, I know people are going to come at me for Cabarce, so bring it on. If we were to do a consensus top 5, I think obviously we all have Van Dijk first, right?
Yeah.
Easy. Would you? We have Saliba second. Would you concede Saliba second?
I mean, sure. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do to convince you.
As if we were to combine them, it'd be probably Van Dijk 1, Saliba 2, Gabriel 3. You guys have him at 3. Bastoni 4.
I think that's fine.
And then where we really have differences here is in that
fifth. Who do you have at 5, Clay?
At 5, I believe. Let me see here.
You have Diaz, right? That's a crazy shout.
No, I had Marquinhos
At 5.
Yeah.
But we don't even have him on our list. Wow.
I mean, I think Gavardiol. I'm just looking at my 5. I think Gavardiol's better than Marquinhos.
I have Van de Ven in 5th and Guardiola in 6th.
And I have Van de Ven in 7th and Gavardiol like 10th.
So I think it's gonna be Van de Ven.
Yeah. Wow,
I almost want to like switch them.
I have Van de Ven in 9.
I'm fine putting Gavardiol 5th. I don't.
Then why'd you put him 10th?
Well, I actually, if it will be honest, I meant to put him much higher. And
Okay.
I added him on.
Did you just add him at the end when you saw our list?
No. I already had him in. I already had him in.
I think these are also.
I've always said, even before like the World Cup, I said he was like a. He was a top center back. Like I rate him. It's just I honestly didn't put him in because he mainly plays left back. Like
not anymore. Well, last year he did. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was one of the reasons. But like, you could put him higher, but it's just like the sample size recently. I mean, for Croatia, he obviously plays center back.
Yeah, he's always played center back for Croatia.
But for City, it's just different. But I'm fine putting him top 5.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess Guardiola slots in top 5.
There we go.
All right. So our top 5 consensus are Van Dijk 1, Saliba 2, Gabriel 3, Bastoni 4, and then Guardiola 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good list.
I mean, I'll take any of those center backs.
Yeah.
If you could replace one center back on your list with someone you kind of forgot or skipped your mind, who would it be?
I mean, I would probably take out Todd and put in Lenormand just because I was thinking about doing that anyways. I think like
You don't rate Lenormand or what?
I think he's good.
I mean, the reason why I would also take out Todd is again like he plays in the Bundesliga, which is worse
for Bayern
remotely.
especially.
Yeah, I just like.
I put in Chris Richards.
No, get out of here.
Chris Richards is
good.
underrated.
I mean, he's a good player.
He will.
I don't think he's underrated. I think people rate him as a good player.
He's perfectly rated.
Yeah, I think everyone knows he's a good player, and that's all.
I would almost put Gahey in though.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was really close to. I was thinking about it, but I think we'll see him. He's going to leave Palace this year on a free, most likely. We'll see where he ends up going. But once he leaves, whether it's Liverpool or Madrid,
Gahey, really,
yeah,
he'll be very good.
I think Stones is better than Gahey.
Stone's not in
Stone's just injured a lot, but like he hasn't been injured recently, and like
currently,
well, I mean that's probably going to be the center back pairing for England, right? Stones and Gahey.
Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who else?
Dan Burn or like
no, there's no way Dan Burn.
He'd probably Tuchel would probably play Konsa and.
I think the most recent game, it was Stones and Konsa that played.
Yeah,
but
I think you have to have Gahey playing. Well, I think they're just probably managing his minutes a little bit.
Yeah,
because he played every single minute for England before that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's probably going to be those two. I mean that's what it was. Was it Gahey and Maguire that played in the Euros?
I think it might have been. It was definitely Gahey was the starting left center back. He played basically every single minute.
Well, it was Stones.
I think it was Stones. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was Stones. Yeah, I mean Stones when he's like healthy is unreal.
He's
like
very
not
good.
only on the ball, he's like he's
a really good player. I just didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even think of him because you never see him play.
Yeah, he's like injured.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's our top 10. Top 5 consensus. Let us know what you guys think. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.